Okay, Simone, we're at the transmission bench with your transmission tore apart here, and we're going to go over the damage that we found inside. We'll start with the transmission pan. As you can see in the pan, there's a lot of metal debris, large chunks of it here, and on the magnet, and just all throughout the pan. And where that metal debris came from was this damaged bearing right here on top of the input drum. This bearing is in pieces, as you can see. It's all busted up, and the surface has been destroyed of this drum, as well as the metal came to the outside and got into the set of clutches and has chewed the end of the drum off here. The other surface that rides against this bearing is the front of this pump. This surface right here, and I'll try to get in close so you can see, is totally destroyed in the end, and so this pump is going to have to be replaced. The other half of the pump has got damage on the inside here, as you can see. Now the clutches that were locked onto this part of the drum come out of this reverse input drum, and although it still had reverse, the clutches just got all chewed up. And in fact, there's no lining on some of the clutches because of the metal that came out of this bearing, this Torrington bearing. That metal also spread throughout the transmission. It got in to the 2/4 band and damaged the outside of this drum right here that the band rides on. It also contaminated the torque converter, which is that round part in the back there. And the metal also circulated through the solenoids, and they are electromagnets, and they basically collect the metal when there's metal damage. So the entire transmission will have to be rebuilt, and the parts that need to be replaced, as well as these hard parts and a rebuilding kit, will be listed on your estimate.
Alright, Clifton, this is our hot flush machine. This is flushing a transmission out right now. It's not hooked up to your car at the moment, but you can see the lines go up, and they connect to the cooler lines of the transmission, and then the lines pump the hot transmission fluid. Right now the fluid is up to about 179 degrees. It's pumping through at about 40 pounds of pressure. It's on looks like a 60-minute cycle, and it is reverse flushing air pressure from the shop that's connected to the machine. Every 3 seconds it reverse flushes a pulse of air through there for turbulence. On the flow meter we can see we're flowing 4 gallons per minute, and of course when we're through flushing lines on your transmission, yours will flow like this as well, and the lines will be completely clean, and the cooler will be completely clean for your transmission, and no debris or metal will then get back into the new transmission. That's our hot flush.